your local network.
Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Dagnan. 21-year-old Brianna Dixon of Hanover Township is accused of crashing into a pole while driving drunk and high. 2 of the passengers were seriously injured, while the other 3, including Dixon, received minor injuries. When police arrived on the scene, Dixon admitted to drinking and smoking weed before getting behind the wheel. Police charged Dixon with aggravated assault by vehicle, causing an injury accident while her driver's license was suspended, driving under the influence, and reckless driving and speeding. Court records also show that Dixon is still on probation after pleading guilty in February of last year to charges of child endangerment, causing an injury accident while her driver's license was suspended and driving under the influence. A preliminary hearing is set for August 28th, bail set at $10,000. 53-year-old Charles Carney of Scranton pleaded guilty to felony counts of sexual assault by a sports official and corruption of a minor. Carney, a softball coach for the Lackawanna Lightning travel softball team, began having a sexual relationship with a 15-year-old player on his team in July of 2017. The girl's father read some disturbing text messages sent to Carney and contacted the police. The girl quickly admitted to having sexual relations with Carney for about a year. His sentencing date is set for September 28th. He's currently sitting in the Luzerne County Correctional Facility. Fugitive Sean Christie has been spotted once again, this time in Adair County, Kentucky. Christie was caught on a surveillance video Thursday morning where he was seen kicking in a door of the home of Sarah Palin's former son-in-law, stealing food and a Jeep Grand Cherokee. Police still believe that Christie is armed and dangerous, and a reward is still being offered for anyone who may have information leading to his arrest. 69-year-old Jim Rennick of Indiana was charged with obstruction of justice after lying to police about his status as a registered sex offender while at a children's swim meet. You may remember Rennick formerly worked for WNEP-TV for many years as a newscaster before his arrest in 1995 for molesting a 12-year-old boy and taking sexually suggested photos of other boys. Rennick was recently caught taking pictures at a swim meet for children under the age of 14. When police asked if he was a sex offender, he lied, and only when they ran his driver's license they learned that he must register as a sex offender for life. He's currently being held in the county jail there with bail of $25,000. After 9 months of negotiations, Mountain City Healthcare Group now has a new 3-year contract with the facility's new owner. The new contract secures wage increases, restores employee pensions, and retains the union's training and education fund. Mountain City workers held informational pickets outside the facility back in March and again in June after the Ohio-based Sabre purchased Mountain City on February 12th and refused to accept the workers' union contract. Sabre instead implemented more than 40 terms and conditions, including a refusal to participate in the union's health care plan, health care cost increases, wage freezes, and elimination of seniority. In the end, the health care workers got their benefits restored and even got a raise. The Weatherly Area School Board made a decision Wednesday night that would save the district nearly $300,000 by changing the bus routes for the 2018-19 school year. The only change to the bus routes this year is that middle school students will follow the same schedule as Weatherly high school students. Middle school students will now report to school at 7:30 a.m. with the high school students as opposed to 8:30. The estimated district's busing cost of the 2016-17 school year was around $1 million, and now the cost will be around $700,000. The board also hired 3 new teachers, 2 to replace instructors who left. Wilkes-Barre City Council met Thursday, and with the award of a new construction contract, work on the long-awaited Solomon Creek flood control project is about to resume. Council voting 4-0 with 1 abstaining to authorize city officials to enter into a contract with Don E. Bauer Incorporated to handle flood wall replacement with a projected cost of $2 million. Plans to repair the flood wall were in the works for several years, but pushed it up after a 40-foot section of the wall collapsed. The project is expected to be completed by the city's November 21st deadline. The Anthracite District held a recognition event in the Hazleton American Legion last night. Eagle Scouts for 2016 and 17 were recognized along with the District Black Diamond Award of Merit and other notables since last year's event was rained out. All Scouts and Scouters are invited to attend and support award winners. The night recognized their volunteers for scouting and how they serve over 500 youth in the area.
And, physically operating an archery stand or cooking all the food for hundreds of kids and those types of things. Giving up that volunteer time that, not everyone's willing to do. And, it's important that we thank those people because, without them, we wouldn't have this great program that we have today.
Meyer's biggest joy, seeing the people who nominated award winners.
They're all volunteers. Everyone's volunteer. And they give their time up and they see what these other people do. And when you get over 20 for some of these people, just from across our district, it means something. It means that they're doing something right and that they're truly supporting the Scouts and our program.
Cub Scout units start recruitment in September, so those in the Hazleton and Weatherly areas should be on the lookout. Coming up on WYLN News, a chance to try it before you kayak it. Julia Wiegand has the story. Plus, our Julie Stefanovic stops by the farmers market. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Partly to mostly cloudy overnight, thunderstorms in 64. And once again, sounds like a broken record, more days of scattered thunderstorms right into early next week. We'll be right back.
Pocono Raceway is summertime, where the whole crew's invited, where fans become friends, where good times roll, and the racing is always a little tricky. Bring your friends, bring your family, just bring it, Pocono style.
Hi, I had a very minor fender bender tonight in an unreasonably narrow fast food drive-through lane. Don't worry, I have everything handled. I already spoke to our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness, which is so smart on your guys' part. Like the fact that they'll
4 weeks without the car.
Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square. Serve the Lord Singing for Joy, the CD by the Sisters of Holy Annunciation Monastery, can be yours for just $13, which includes shipping and tax. Mail a check to Holy Annunciation Monastery, 430 West County Road in Sugarloaf, Pennsylvania, or call 570-788-1205. This 10-song CD can be yours for just $13.
In Butler Township, about 140 out of nearly 10,000 people have signed a petition to transfer the township's students to Crestwood School District. Crestwood students score better on standardized tests while the district levels lower taxes than Hazleton. If Crestwood agrees to accept students from Butler, the proposal would still have to pass through several other steps. State law requires a legal petition, which includes the reasons for the transfer and a correct description of the territory to be transferred. State law also requires a majority of taxable inhabitants to sign the petition. As of now, not even half the township has signed that petition. Inexperienced kayakers have a chance to learn this weekend at Tuscarora State Park. WYLN's Julia Wiegand has the details.
Join Robin Tracy this Sunday, August 12th, in her kayaking class starting at 10 a.m. at Tuscarora State Park. Kayaks, paddles, and personal flotation devices will be provided. The maximum weight capacity is 275 pounds. The class is intended for inexperienced kayakers who want to learn the basics before owning their own.
Then we go out and we practice paddling around, and then we take a nice ride down to the cove, which is at the other end of the lake, where all the water birds and waterfowl hang out down that end.
Those taking part will meet at the Lakeside Concession Stand at Tuscarora. Children must be a minimum of 12 years old and accompanied by an adult. Each participant can send a donation check of $10 made payable to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. If you have your own equipment, you can join for $3 per person.
Most people absolutely love it. I've only had one woman walk away, and I think it was just her fear of not being able to swim. But I have people that come out all the time that can't swim. They have a life vest on. You know, we're very careful. We go over safety things at the beginning, and then we just go out and they just have a really good time.
This is a shine-only event. There's limited space in the program, so be sure to register as soon as possible. If you can't make it Sunday, there's one more class available on September 2nd, starting at 9 a.m.
A lot of people come out here and they buy their own kayaks and then come to the class. They should definitely come to the class first before you go out and buy a kayak. There's so many different things to know about the different types of kayaks. We talk about registration, launch permits. So we give them a little bit of information to take with them, and also talk about what they want to look for in a kayak, depending on what they want to do with it.
Be sure to register at the park office prior to the event in person or via phone at 570-467-2506. Reporting from Barnesville for WYLN News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
It sounds like a good idea. The Hazleton Farmers Market is in full swing this summer, and each week different healthcare vendors are on site. And today, our Julie Stefanovich stopped by to get some healthy tips.
The downtown Hazleton Farmers Market is host to vendors who sell farm-fresh, healthy foods. As an addition to this year's market, numerous health vendors are on hand to promote and educate attendees on topics from eye care to chiropractic well-being. Whole Life Center for Health and Drums were conducting free posture screenings today.
In addition to giving out some materials about who we are and what we do, we offer gentle chiropractic care. We have 3 chiropractors. We also do massage therapy, supplemental nutrition, and hypnotherapy. So we're just informing the public about the different services that we offer. And additionally, as a free service, we are doing complimentary posture analysis. So we actually have an iPad with an app. It takes several pictures from different angles of the person's body, and it can tell you maybe your shoulders are off, or your hips are off, maybe they have a forward head tilt a little bit. And it can kind of give them a starting point about how their body is aligned based off of how they stand in their regular posture.
Thanks to the participation of the vendors, the public can learn more about different healthcare aspects.
Every week we've had different rotating health vendors, and so right along to go with that fresh food and the bakery and the Burgers Farm and the Butler Township is also Healthy Bodies, and so different things for people to come on out and take a hold of and take advantage of every week.
Nutrition educators with CEO hold weekly cooking demonstrations to highlight healthy recipes that people can take home with them. All the dishes are made with produce that is sold on site.
We like to feature the local farms. We like to support the local farmers and encourage people to make healthier options and take advantage of the wonderful fresh fruits and produce that are out here. All we're doing is we're featuring some corn from Burgers, and then we have Butler Township Community Gardens that we got these beautiful beans. They're purple and white, purple and yellow, as well as the green beans from Burgers. So we always say eat the rainbow. It's very healthy to eat the rainbow.
The stand promotes farm-to-table concept.
Something different, come on out. We have them already made for you, and then we'll give you the recipe as well, so you can try them on your own and feed your family.
The farmers market is open every Friday from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. from now until September 7th, so there's still plenty of time to stop by. In Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thanks, Julie. Coming up on Fritzinger Town's News Choice, an upcoming wine fest in Community and You, plus Weekend Review. But first, let's take a look at today's winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. And stay with us.
Churz Auto Sales has been serving the area with quality vehicles since 1954. Churz Auto Sales is known as your friendly dealer and now in their 4th generation and voted the best used car dealer by the readers of Standard Speaker Choice Awards. John Chur would like to thank everyone that voted for his business. When you need a quality pre-owned vehicle, choose from a large selection at Churz 570-454-7229.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Join us this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. You're going to meet Colleen Cavallo, who has a very interesting story to tell. And her story shows how the effects of spiritual and emotional trauma can cause just as much damage as a physical trauma. Her story and her first steps towards healing this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. Join us.
Welcome to Community and You here on WYLN, everyone. I'm Gary Perna. I'm very pleased to have with me Jim Kelshaw, who is the chairman of this year's Hazleton Wine and Beer Festival, which is put on by the Hazleton Rotary Club. And we are literally in the home stretch, counting down to the festival, August 25th, over at the Babe Ruth Fields in Hazel Township on Hazel Township Boulevard. So Jim, thanks for coming back on and talking with us again this year. We have some great new things lined up this year. A little earlier, we talked about the car cruising, or the car show that was added into this year. So again, we're going to have over 50 different beer and wineries to taste this year.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. We're excited. We're in our 7th year with this going on, and it's grown every year. This year, we're expecting well over 1,000 people to come. With the addition of the car cruise, we've also decided that this is a family event because of the entertainment. I mean, fantastic. We have Ostrich Hat, we have cartoon playing all day. We're actually opening it up to those people under 21 years of age. As far as ticket prices go, designated drivers and minors are only $5 for the event. Children 12 and under are free. But we think that there's a lot to do for the family just besides the beer and wine tasting.
And you're right, this is a great event, so everyone can come out. Kind of set up like it has in year past, but we're going to add a couple new things to it. And this year, with that, with the different wines, the different beers, some different food vendors as well will be there of course, you know, you don't want to eat or drink on an empty stomach, I should
Absolutely.
say. So that's the important part. And opening up to be a more family-friendly event, to bring everybody together, to make it a day out for the whole family.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we found in years past, I mean, you know, obviously with beer and wine, and that's the main focus of the whole event. And again, we're over 50 craft beers to sample. The local wineries coming through from throughout the state. Of course, great samplings of northeastern Pennsylvania food. this year we have over 30 craft vendors coming. So it's going to be a pretty large event. And what we didn't want to do was say, well, what are we going to do with our kids during the day on a Saturday? Well, absolutely come in. Of course, you know, there's adult things going on, but there's family-oriented things.
And you said we added some face painting and stuff like that for the kids, so they'll be having a good time as well up at the Babe Ruth Field.
Absolutely, and one of the vendors came last year, and I use the term vendor kind of loosely, but the Pennsylvania Greyhound adoption is going to be there with a couple of their retired racing dogs on hand, so you can meet the dogs and potentially even fill out an application to adopt one.
Wonderful. We live here now. So again, this is a rain or shine event, but we're hoping for some nice, warm, sunny August weather. Not hot, nice warm.
Absolutely. I mean, to work with that, you know, we've ordered plenty of tents this year.
Wonderful.
So not only in case it rains, but it's not going to, also to shield you from the sun if you needed to get a little cool.
Wonderful. So again, August 25th, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Hazel Tangent Babe Ruth Field, which is right on Hazel Tangent Boulevard. So you go right past Mountain City Nursing, be up on your right-hand side. Of course, there'll be signs out for everything that goes
Absolutely.
on. And again, not only over 50 local wine and craft beers, you're going to have food vendors, stuff for the kids. Of course, the car show will also be going on. All that will be going on the 25th. Jim, did we miss anything?
Yeah, most importantly, how to get tickets to the event.
Yes.
Locally, you can pick up your tickets from any Hazelton Rotary member, or we have them on sale at several locations. We have Antonia's Jewelry, Physical Therapy, IMKO Staffing. We have Sacco Chiropractic and Mystic Yoga, all in the Hazelton area. JC Small Engines in Weatherly, and we have the Beer Stop in West Hazelton and BB's Boutique down in Cunningham. And as always, you can get them online as well. It's the hazeltonrotary.org website / ticket leap. What we want to do is, if you can buy the tickets in advance, they're $20. If you want to show up the day of the event, unfortunately, it's going to cost $25.
All right, so get those tickets ahead of time. All those businesses Jim just listed, or on the website as well. Another great event that goes on right here in the Greater Hazelton area, and all the money raised here through the Hazelton Wine and Beer Festival benefits a lot of the great local programs you guys put on at the Hazelton Rotary.
Absolutely, this is our main fundraiser. I mean, we have other events during the year, but this is the crux that helps supply dictionaries for kids in the Hazelton area school district, coats for kids during the winter time. We ran a DUI simulator program in the past, but a lot of our charitable stuff, everything that we raise locally stays with the club. In fact, all of the money that's raised from this event, all the net proceeds, go into our community projects.
Wonderful. Well, Jim, thank you so much for coming on and telling us about it. And of course, we can't wait for it. Saturday, August 25th, 11 to 6 at the Babe Ruth Fields in Hazel Township. Get your tickets. They're available now from any Rotary Club member or the businesses Jim listed, or online. They're $20. Of course, at the event that day, they'll be $25. Thanks for joining us here, everyone, on Community and You. We'll see you next time here on WYLN.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Appliances are right over there, and this is part of our furniture department.
Okay, but I'm looking for a mattress.
Well, you've come to the right place. Grand Central is Northeast Pennsylvania's #1 Sealy mattress dealer. We have Sealy mattress sets from only $199 and Stearns & Foster queen sets from only $45 per month. We also have interest-free financing up to 60 months. And remember, delivery and takeaway are absolutely free.
So we don't have to do anything?
Not if you buy your Sealy mattress at Grand Central.
It looks like I did find the right place to buy a Sealy mattress.
Grand Central in Hazelton, the right place to buy a Sealy mattress.
WYLN, first in live sports. We bring you the event, not just the highlights. Live coverage of the high school football season starts August 24th on WYLN, We're Your Local Network. WYLN TV 35 is looking to hire a highly motivated, energetic salesperson for the Hazelton, Wilkes-Barre, and surrounding areas. Send your resume to the email or the address on your screen. WYLN is an equal opportunity employer.
Monday, shots fired in Hazleton lead to the arrest of one man. Hazleton police were called to reports of shots fired in the area of 18th and Vine Streets overnight Sunday. When they arrived, witnesses described a suspect who was spotted leaving the scene. He was spotted later in the day in the 700 block of West Diamond Avenue. A short time later, 25-year-old Christopher Irizarry of Hazleton was taken into custody on numerous charges. Tuesday, after a county-wide robbery spree last November, a Hazel Township man has been sentenced to state prison. 42-year-old Raymond Boyling had pleaded guilty to 3 counts of robbery and a count each of attempted robbery and theft by unlawful taking in March. Boyling will spend 9 to 18 years in jail for robbing or attempting to rob several stores in the Hazleton area in Plains Township last November. Wednesday, a man from Hazel Township was hit by a car in Foster Township. Police say 28-year-old Adam Matarese of Hazel Township was rushed to the hospital after being struck by a vehicle on State Route 940 at 4 o'clock in the morning. The driver of the vehicle, 66-year-old Pamela Sipes, was on her way to Walmart when the accident occurred. Matarese sustained severe injuries in the accident and was transported to Lehigh Valley Cedar Crest for further treatment. Thursday, new rules have been put in place for those who wish to protest outside of Mohegan Sun Arena at Casey Plaza. These new rules include no violence, no weapons, and no profanity, among others. The revised policy now includes that participants may not congregate in such a manner as to restrict pedestrian flow, block access points, and harass patrons. Friday, 21-year-old Brianna Dixon of Hanover Township is accused of crashing into a pole while driving drunk and high. 2 of the passengers were seriously injured, while the other 3, including Dixon, received minor injuries. When police arrived on the scene, Dixon admitted to drinking and smoking weed before getting high behind the wheel. Police charged her with aggravated assault by vehicle, causing an injury accident while her driver's license was suspended, driving under the influence, and reckless driving and speeding. A preliminary hearing is scheduled for August 28th and bail set at $10,000. This has been your Week in Review on WYLN News.
The downtown Hazleton car cruise-in once again postponed thanks to Mother Nature. WYLN notified by Chamber President Mary Malone that the Chamber has now moved the car cruise to Friday, August 24th. Again, the downtown Hazleton car cruise, which was to be held this evening, is now moved until Friday, August 24th from 6 until 9. Fingers crossed. We're now 30 days away from Fun Fest. Don't forget to check out the many craft and home party vendors who have an assortment of items to purchase. Fun Fest is September 8th and 9th in downtown Hazleton. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN News.
WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the children's programming report is on file for public inspection at WYLN 1057 East 10th Street in Hazleton, Pennsylvania during normal business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org. watching Monterey City's Choice. For news, weather, and live local sports, WYLN, we're your local network.